Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we've got some news in relation to the new Harry Potter TV series coming up. The series has gone down quite well with fans across the board. Some are very excited because it's fresh Harry Potter content. Some want the series left as it is because they feel it's too early for a reboot. And then there's the small minority who choose to use cyber attacks, cyber hate, to voice their anger at J.K. Rowling's decision to reboot the franchise, and those who choose to watch it. I made a video on this previously, so it's not something I'll be getting into today. Now, despite former Potter actors like Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint voicing their disagreement and disappointment with J.K. Rowling's comments on gender versus biological sex, previous attempts at organising a boycott of the Hogwarts Legacy game actually ended up having adverse effects and instead boosted game sales, which broke several records, selling 256% more than the estimated original projections, and the same thing seems to be happening with the new TV series. Now, not every former Potter actor has spoken out against J.K. Rowling. Some have voiced their support of the author, like Ralph Fiennes, who played Voldemort. Ralph said it was absolutely disgraceful to see the onslaught of attacks directed at Rowling. And now, fellow actor Jim Broadbent, who played Professor Horace Slughorn, has also come out and voiced his support of Rowling and condemning the hundreds of comments from these activists. The Oscar winner recently had an interview with the Daily Telegraph where he was asked about the backlash that JK has received for her comments, and he said the following: "It's really sad. I think JK Rowling is amazing. I haven't had to confront it myself, but I would support her in that, I think, if it came to it." Now guys, I must admit I'm surprised that actors are speaking out in support of the author, as it's likely they could come under the same scrutiny and the same fire, as it's pretty obvious that Rowling has been slammed by activists left, right and centre all over the globe. From my own scan across Twitter, which is where the attacks happen, the support for Jim's comments have actually been overwhelmingly positive. And I think it's because it's not just down to the comments he made, but his vow to actually confront the people who are making such threats, and it's that vow that seems to have gone down really well. Jim didn't make any comments, however, about returning to the fold for the new Harry Potter TV series. Slughorn doesn't make an appearance until the Half-Blood Prince, which is quite a good few years away, so a return does look unlikely, despite being an actor that Rowling highly favours. Speaking of the author, she highlighted that she has become well aware that activists have been on the attack the last few years, and they continue to do so, as plans are apparently put in place to organise an official boycott of the new series, with rumours of a mass protest being arranged to gather outside the HBO building in Los Angeles, which would be rather pointless and ill-thought, as the building is actually put up for lease, as the company are relocating their offices. Rowling tweeted her response rather sarcastically to the news of the planned boycott by tweeting the following: "Dreadful news, which I feel duty-bound to share. Activists in my mentions are trying to organise yet another boycott of my work, this time of the Harry Potter TV show. As forewarned is forearmed, I've taken the precaution of laying in a large stock of champagne." That tweet itself also received a massively overwhelming positive response. I had to scroll down for literally 2 to 3 minutes before I could find a negative reply, and that was only a person informing of their planned boycott due to the fact that they believed it was too early for a reboot. Some positive replies to her tweet, however, were as follows: "Looking forward to your new series at J.K. Rowling. I grew up with Harry Potter. Your books are one of my fondest childhood memories. So glad you're standing up for what's right and not backing down to these bullies like so many others have." Another reply to the tweet said, "I hope the show sticks as closely to your books and original vision as possible. Don't bend the knee to these activists that will undoubtedly demand or encourage for you to change your work to appease them. Stick to your guns." And one more reply I'll highlight reads, "Your books were the first lengthy books my son ever read, way back when he was a mere 5 years old or so, and I enjoyed them all as well. Looking forward to seeing what you do with the TV show, and hopefully you will be able to find some actors who are saying about the gender issue. So it seems like quite a lot of fans were somewhat initially afraid to speak out in fear of the activists, but now it definitely appears that those who have always been in support of the author are no longer afraid to voice their support, and it definitely shows. Even Helena Bonham Carter voiced her own support of Rowling's comments, saying, "I think she's being hounded." The actor told the London Times, "It's been taken to the extreme, the judgmentalism of people. She's allowed her opinion, particularly if she suffered abuse. Everybody carries their own history of trauma and forms their opinions from that trauma, and you have to respect where people come from and their pain. You don't all have to agree on everything. That would be insane and boring. She's not meaning it aggressively, she's just saying something out of her own experience." Bonham Carter then also expressed her distaste for cancel culture. "You can't ban people. I hate cancel culture. It has become quite hysterical, and there's kind of a witch hunt and a lack of understanding." From a personal standpoint, guys, I feel like it's pretty evident enough that more and more people are coming out in support of the TV show and Rowling's decision to agree to the reboot of the series. I think so many people are standing up to cancel culture, standing up to the idea that if you get enough traffic coming your way, you can get a TV show, a franchise, or even a person cancelled because you disagree with what they say. I think the new TV show is going to be a massive hit if it's done right, and that's something I think Jo will focus heavily on, getting it right. That's the only kind of pressure she should feel at the minute. It's absolutely okay to continue to support Harry Potter. I've even noticed new Harry Potter channels being started up and gaining some traction. I hope nobody that supports this channel feels in any way threatened to continue to watch my videos. I've said it before, you are doing nothing wrong by continuing to watch and support Harry Potter, and when the show finally does air, we can all enjoy it together. With that being said, everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to look out for the next video. It just might be a little bit better than this one. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever. So please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content. So if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.